I can explain. This was supposed to be for a different video, but on the same topic. You see, Jasleen Singh, wife of Akaash Singh and crazy lady.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something.
What?
Priya, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. To know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
What?
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who
I'm not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have a...
What the fuck?
Has her own podcast called The Main Character Pod, and I wanted to do an episode because she just released episode 10, and I thought I could be one of the girlies and actually listen and break down the podcast for you guys, because God knows nobody was watching that. But on the same day, it turns out Flagrant Podcast, the one that Akaash Singh co-hosts with Andrew Schultz, actually did a video including Jasleen Singh. Now, this video is something I watched, broke down, cut up, and I gotta say, judging by how people are reacting to it, everyone thinks the same thing. The audience just got gaslit for a whole hour. And after breaking that down, I realized this was the better video to do. So we're going to take a deep dive on that podcast today, and I'm going to try and refute some points. I know I don't know anything about their relationship personally, but just being a brown person who's dressed in pink, I feel like my opinions hold a lot of value. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, why pink? Why Shrek? Shower cap? 1, to protect my hair. 2, Jasleen Singh is the wife of Akaash Singh, who's a famous podcaster / comedian. A while back, Akaash Singh said that he does not like Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fit and the whole Red Pill movement. He's more about dating his own race and being part of that culture and respectful. And people were like, yeah, cool. We're on your side. Then years later, his wife starts a podcast, and then she talks in public, and everybody starts seeing what she has to say and how she treats her husband. And now we're like, oh, not Akaash, Akaash. People have literally come together from all sides. Abba and Preach, people who don't like Fresh and Fit, have come together with Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fit to both call him Akaash. Brown people everywhere are taking another L, and I cannot fucking take it. Because I'm not technically from there, but I do have the same skin color. And that really messes me up because people will be like, hey, are you friends with Akaash? I'm like, no, clearly not. I just wanted to break down everything I saw today. I feel like I've got some points, and hopefully you stick with me. I also did something that maybe you want to see. I decided I'm going to put some of the comments down from the video while we're actually watching it because I think these comments are absolutely hilarious. They got roasted in the comment section of Flagrant Podcast. One of the biggest podcasts on YouTube, huge, has 80-20 dislike to like ratio. People saw right through it. And for an hour, what they did was they tried to bring out Jasleen with Akaash, answer some of the harshest questions, but they did it in such a way that felt like they were gaslighting you, the audience. They were almost making fun of the fact that we were trying to put 2 and 2 together. You're going to see what I mean. Let's take a look at this podcast. It's kind of a Detective Leo today. By the way, if you don't know what that is, you should subscribe. I used to do Detective Leo series, and I think it's back. Clearly, I'm in uniform. Okay, let's go.
Tonight on Flagrant, the truth.
Shh. Akaash still believes her body count is 1. Hey, can I just say something? Nothing's wrong if your body count is not 1. Nothing's wrong if your body count's 100. I mean, well, look, all I'm saying is that he believes that she was a virgin. I don't actually know. I don't even want to claim that I know because I don't know someone else's body, but that's what someone else said, and I found it hilarious. Anyway.
Will be revealed. Marriages will be shattered. Friendships destroyed. Nothing will be the same again.
So that's comedian Andrew Schultz. He's known for having a mustache and then like to hear himself speak. Those are 2 things I know about him. I don't usually watch Flagrant Podcast ever, so I don't know too much about it. I actually don't know who the guests are, but I do know Akaash is famous for laughing really hard at Andrew Schultz's jokes. He's kind of like the right-hand man. You know how Conan O'Brien has Andy Richter, except Andy Richter is like awesome? Kind of like that almost.
Our guest, once a beloved comedian, Akaash Singh.
Hey, is it weird that Akaash never has his own Netflix stand-up comedy show, but Andrew Schultz has, and most other comedians have, except Akaash? Does he have his own Netflix show? I don't think he does. Maybe he does. I think he has one called Gaslit, which is weirdly ironic since we're doing gaslighting to the audience here. That seems to be the crux of his career, gaslighting other people into believing things, like him having a marriage in which, I mean, you don't even have to wear the pants, but she ripped it off you, but not in the right way. So anyway, this podcast starts with sort of a humorous take on what's been going on, the recent events, almost like it's a documentary. And Akaash comes out, he looks depressed. He's playing up his character, and then all of a sudden, Jasleen comes out, and they make a little jokesies. Also, two little people come out, which is crazy because on YouTube, it just seems like little people are used as foils to make things less serious. I don't understand. Dude, is this a joke that I don't know about? Why did they have to? What's the point? Are they just short punchlines? Damn.
Tell us what's been on your mind,
Dude,
what's been on your heart.
I'm so glad you asked me, man. It's been really hard for me.
Hard for you?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Jasleen Singh is in the building! She wants vengeance! Security is here!
Yeah, I kind of skipped through because if you watched an hour of this, you would be hating me instead of thanking me. So that's kind of the opening, and now we get into what's been said. Now, Jasleen has said a lot of things. People have picked up on a lot of things, such as her saying she has a roster of guys, she was popping her pussy, she didn't kiss Akaash. There are so many things to break down that these guys talk about, which would have been great if we elaborated on it. But the way that they talk about it, the way that they dismiss everybody's intent on the situation is demeaning, to be honest. It kind of paints them in a bad light. And I feel like I didn't get any answers that I wanted to. Judging by the reaction of people, of course, nobody else felt the same way. But let's take a look at how they handle these allegations, so to speak.
Alex is here to break it down.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this.
Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch.
So the first thing that we're talking about is the video in which she said she was popping pussy. Let's take a look at that video.
Birthday, I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses. I was shopping at Rainbow. I was eating buffalo chicken wraps every day. I was straightening my hair with my French tips. Like, you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. Ugh. Sometimes it like literally hurts my heart. And when the nostalgia is that painful, guess what?
Cool. And now she's going to defend the words popping pussy. Now, I don't know if you know what that term means. I know that means I'm a guess some, right? If you were popping pills, it's not like you were just dancing with pills. It means you were eating them shits, right? So you could just apply the same thing and then put the word pussy at the end there, eating that. It seems like Urban Dictionary has come to the rescue because the white dude on the panel found it, and it says the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as hell, wearing a minimum of 3-inch heels, and dancing your ass off into the wee hours of this morning. Applicable to men and women alike. I've never popped my pussy at the club. I got down, I danced. I saw a song come on, I was like, this is my jam. I've never popped my pussy. Have you? Leave it in the comments. Straight men have also been known to pop pussy. Oh, my bad. Fuck. However, they must be able to master or outperform others one or more of the following. Twerking, Jersey Turnpike, Jesus Christ, Soldier Boy, the stripper/lady of the night pole seduction moves. Bitch, get dressed, we poppin' pussy tonight. That's the phrase used by Urban Dictionary. I'm really glad that Urban Dictionary comes through. It's always the source that I need.
Heels, preferably higher, and dancing your ass off into the wee hours of the morning. That was what I was doing.
Okay, so let's take a look at the video again.
Birthday, I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through. Ugh.
And let's break it. I mean, do you think that's true? Is it a viable answer? Maybe, right? maybe she was completely devoid of that information. But I happen to have watched her shitty podcast, and I know she uses words ad nauseum that she knows are Gen Z words. And one of two things is happening. She's either lying about knowing the words and just constantly using them, or she's lying about this. I don't know which one it is. But when I look at the video, there's something that like just sticks out.
It's your birthday. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
Besides the fact that she was like popping, like she hit the P harder, she was pushing P. She, for whatever reason, kept saying white boy frat houses. I don't know why that needed to be stressed out. Like when I go to the club, right? I'm not like, man, I went to this black club and shit was pop. That's a weird thing to say. My friends would be like, why'd you say black? What's that about? You know? The intonation means that it's a frat house or something. And, you know, frat houses have been known to have sex happen. It's kind of a thing. It's very seldom not to. I mean, I feel like this is the whole American system is what we watch movies on. American Pie, things like that have been pretty much dedicated to this. Maybe it's not true, but it very much seems like it is, you know?
I was straightening my hair with my French tips like you could not tell me nothing. And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
Come on, son. How you gonna defend that? A roster of guys that I would rotate through like a rotisserie chicken. Oh, you were licking them dicks? Ah, okay.
What's going on? We have a calcium market by
Flagrant must think we're Akaash level of stupid. Lol. These are all getting thousands of likes. That comment got 16,000 likes on their own channel. This is not someone else posting and people being like, yeah, this is Flagrant posting and on their own comment section getting roasted the fuck the hell and back. The only reason they kept it on is Andrew Schultz knows. Engagement. You can't spell gay without engagement. I don't know why. I don't.
the way, there's a calcium market. There's a calcium market that's been made. Will Akaash and Jasleen divorce before 2027?
There was a rotation of guys.
A roster.
Now we check the next part of her sentence. They bring up her saying a rotation / a roster of guys. Let's see what she has to say.
Yeah, what does a roster mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl? Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate. So when I got to college, I'm like, oh my God, I can dress however I want. I can do whatever I want.
You can have a roster of frat boys.
But
What does a roster mean?
so it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
I mean, last I checked, 2 people you were flirting with at the same time is called 2 people I was flirting with at the same time. You know, she said she's being hyperbolic as well. She said that she's just throwing it out there being extra. And maybe, again, like, look, I got to take this all with a grain of salt. I don't know her. But it is kind of hard that she's going on TikTok, folding under zero pressure, saying the words roster, I was rotating through. You can't rotate through 2 people. I seen it. You need 3 people. Yeah, you know what? If you have a sliding door, maybe you can. But other than that, I don't think you can. Look, the point is, she talks about the fact that she was a repressed brown girl. And I can somewhat speak to that, not because I am a girl, but I have dated my share of brown ladies. And some of them are very repressed. And I can tell you, I feel like my friends would tell you, some of them are pretty crazy. They like to do some crazy stuff because at home, like Catholics or people who are very PC, I don't know if that's the word, very vanilla, no, that's not the word, not crazy, they come to places where they have complete freedom and they have to learn where their boundaries are. And kind of hard to learn where your boundaries are if you don't ever try and hit them. It doesn't make sense to say she's repressed and the best thing or the most she would do would be to talk to 2 people at the same time. It feels like those 2 statements conflict with each other. She would have probably done it in college, don't you think? I feel like that's just part of it, right? It feels like she's just lying, is all I'm trying to say.
That's all.
Yeah.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
Right.
Some $10 words there. Incongruous to who she is. She's like on trial. She's like, this does not depict my morality of my character. Ergo, I am not that bitch. I'm just this bitch. I see. Okay, so it's all lies, is what she's saying. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe anything on my TikTok. It's just lie. What a crazy thing to say. Is it true? I don't know. But why would you put that out then? Is it just because you want to be famous? You just want to get in with the other crowd? There's so many videos in which she says on her main character podcast, she either wants to be like the white girls or doesn't like them because they get to do stuff that she doesn't do. And I feel like I don't know which one I'm watching here. I'm watching two different people have two different conversations. This is someone trying to do damage control, but on her main character podcast, it's a complete different shit show. I mean, wow. Do you guys believe that? Please, I feel like we need like a comment section and you need to write like yes, no, no, no. Do you believe that she's only flirted with two guys? Hooking up, by the way, I think we can all agree. I feel like I understand hooking up does not mean getting down and dirty with it. I feel like it's pretty well known. It means kissing. Maybe in America it means something different. But she said she was flirting with two guys. Now we're talking about hooking up. I don't know. The numbers are starting to get inflated already. I just feel like that. By the way, Akaash even said it. He's trying to defend his wife. He's like, tell them what hooking up means. Tell them, honey, that you haven't had sex with anyone, including me. Please.
Right. So you're saying you're a big old prude.
Yeah.
Okay. So no real roster.
Yes.
Because what is a roster, Al?
Yeah. A roster is more than two fucking people. You don't need to ask Al Sharpton or whoever the fuck that is over there to tell you what a roster means. We all know that. She can use the word incongruous, which is a derivative of incongruent. She knows the subwords of words. She knows hyperbolic instead of hyperbole. She knows words within words, but she doesn't know what the fuck a roster means. Okay, sure. All right, cool. And this is the thing. Andrew Schulz is doing damage control. He's putting the words into her mouth, saying like, oh, so you're just a big prude. You're just someone who doesn't actually do any of these things. Got it. Feels like it's so manipulative. Wow.
Yeah, what's a roster?
What was a roster like?
Urban Dictionary, Indian Dictionary, right?
Yeah.
Turban
I had a
Dictionary.
roster.
I don't know who this dude is. I don't like him the most somehow. This whole conversation. Here's my list of like who's the best and worst. The two little people, S tier. Love them. They're great. Jasleen is actually, she's higher than everyone else for me on this list. Then you got Akaash and Schultz at the B tier. And then these two nothings are at the C tier. I don't even know why they exist. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you somehow see this flagrant and you want to fight me, motherfucker. I don't care. These two, why do you have them on the podcast? They're like the yin and yang of dumbassery. They add fuck all to this podcast. It was better with just you and Akaash, man.
A roster is a rotation of partners.
Yeah.
Oh, she should know that since she used the word rotation while she used roster. So I think you're fine on that, sir.
That they would pop their pussy for me.
No. Okay.
That's what a roster would do.
I didn't mean like
women on my roster would be popping their pussy.
Okay.
Now,
I don't even like you saying that
why are you
word
saying it
hard
like
to
that?
her like
Yeah.
that.
And
that
you
feels
know,
uncomfortable.
with all due respect.
With all due respect.
That's more what I was talking about.
Now
Is
everybody
like,
thinks you're a gold digging whore.
yeah.
Yes, that is.
I'm
There's a
working
lot of
hard
people.
on reaching
Kerr,
excellence.
please.
Okay, I'm just reading word for word. This is the gayest way to handle the situation. I'm glad this dude, Michael Douglas 007 said that. I really think it is one of the, it's a really dank way to handle the situation. I mean, breaking it down and then having Andrew Schultz, the mastermind, try and put words in your mouth is pretty good because Akaash is just sitting there being like, honey, tell them how you didn't sleep with someone, please. Please, honey. Because the black dude keeps saying you do.
Also, like, in terms of the gold digging,
Yeah.
like,
Serious.
do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah.
All right, well, can hit that ball away. There it is. She's a good gold digger, not a bad gold digger. What does that mean exactly? She says that she finds Akaash her highest ROI, which for you business people who don't know, return on investment is what that means. Everybody knows you marry someone because you want them to be a ROI. That's what love is. Love is 20% increase. Love is 20% profit per year and 2 balls and a dick. That's what love is.
But to be fair, it's like I was working too in the beginning.
One
and
of us
you
was
weren't.
working.
Yeah.
What were you doing?
When we met, I worked at Goldman Sachs. I got a job at Deloitte after I graduated college.
Yeah.
I was a consultant.
Sleeping in till 12 a.m. 12 p.m.
Data analytics.
Right? Yeah.
You're a gold digger.
Yeah,
Gold digger right here.
So there we go. It's a reverse. She worked at Goldman Sachs and other places. And if she did, I mean, congratulations. This is tough places to work at, especially straight out of college, I got to say, unless you're doing internships, because those are pretty big companies, man. But anyway, cool. So she was working there and Akaash was doing nothing. And then he was on Wildin' Out and then he was broke and then he started this podcast. At some point, she decided, I'm going to give up my fucking job and then just do podcasting too. Does that check out? I don't know. I mean, doing data analytics might not be for everyone, but my goodness, podcasting isn't for everyone either.
Backfired on her.
You got this girl sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, I know. This whole thing backfired.
I was paying rent.
I used to really believe that you guys were poor with his sob stories so we could get Patreon going. I didn't know you were working at a fucking hedge fund this whole time he was spending your money.
Well, there you go. Now, this is like maybe some information we could have kept under the table, right? Hedge fund, working at hedge fund. My auntie works at a hedge fund, right? You don't just get the fucking job out of college. It's very rare. I'm sure you could, but it's usually you need to know someone or that is a work your way up kind of position. So if she was doing it, she would have had a pretty tough high-end job. And I feel like that thing would have been paying a lot more than the podcast for a lot of years because the upside to hedge fund managing is probably still more than podcasting, I'll be honest with you, unless they're doing so well. But hey, she saw this dude. She said, he's funny looking and I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off. And somehow the podcast worked. Does that mean she should have quit her job? I don't know. I guess she really thinks that Akaash can fund her lifestyle now. What turned her into a gold digger, you may ask? I don't know. I genuinely don't know people who have the motivation to work at such a crazy company, something with such crazy turnarounds, handling such big money, and then the minute you see someone taking off, dropping all that and just living off someone else. That doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. Usually people who have high independence or high drive, they still work. My aunt, she still is working there after like 30 years and she's doing extremely well. But at no point did she be like, yes, my husband's doing well. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Buy me a Mew. So I could say from experience, that doesn't even make sense to me why she would have such a good job and give it up when this dude has a Patreon. Patreon? Okay.
Well, I wasn't making that much. I was making like 70 grand a year.
In New York fucking city, 70 grand a year out of college. And she's 30 something. So this is like 10 years ago. 70 grand a year. Tell me in 2015, you guys wouldn't love to make 70 grand a year. If I made 70 grand USD a year, I would be tap dancing on the moon today. No gravity, bitch.
In New York City on 2 people.
But that's good, though.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Okay, so then when did you guys get really broke? And why did you stay with him?
Yo, wait, hold up. How did you guys get broke? Because she was making 70 grand a year. Top dollar. Holla. What the fuck? Why were they broke? Who is broke? 70 grand a year? In New York City, they said they moved to New Jersey. Even better. The mafia's there. Awesome. Go to the turnpike. Just see some dead bodies. You might be able to collect some things and sell it back. What do you do? What? What? Okay.
2018. Okay, do you want the real answer or the fun answer?
I want to know the real answer.
Why?
Yeah.
I never actually asked why.
No, you know why, bro. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got that muffin top.
Yeah, you got that loud. Yeah.
There's an awkward moment when they try to hype up Akaash by saying he has a muffin top. If you guys don't know what that is, it's, how do I explain it? Mushroom dick. Got that. And that part is very good for the ladies. I've heard. Not me. I don't have any of that stuff.
Okay, the real answer.
You can see Akaash is playing it off. He's like, no, guys, don't talk about muffin dick. She'll want one. This dude like played it off like he wasn't even like, yeah, I do. I got strong dick. Yeah. In fact, he actually says it's not good later on. He self-roasts himself because he's like, Jasleen does it so much. I'm just gonna do it so she can't.
What is loud? What was that?
His dick smells.
Because I felt like as soon as I met you, it was love at first sight.
Let's talk about the dick smells thing, right? I mean, I think we're going to touch on that, but apparently, she's got a video saying her husband's balls smell, and then she apologizes to homeless people, but not her husband. I don't know in what situation you'd have to like torture me, under what conditions for me to start saying things like my wife's whatever smells or my wife does this or that. That feels like some private information I wouldn't disclose to someone because it's the person I love. I just don't see how that's gonna benefit Kosh being like, hey man, my husband's balls stank. What's he gonna do? Like wave him to the crowd being like, airing my balls, you know how my wife likes it. Why? She folded under zero pressure for that. That was unnecessary. Go on.
I loved you. Like, I don't know. I just felt like, and maybe like you feel like that when you guys met your wives or your fiance. It's like, you just like know when you have that special connection. It's like, okay, like God picked this person out for me. And like everything he did from top to bottom, like his character, his integrity, his personality, like
everything but his looks. She couldn't even lie about that. She's looking at him. She's like, his wallet. He looks so ready to earn. He's so tall when he stands on his money. He's so well built because he has to carry that money. I can tell you why I like my first girlfriend. It's not like she was made for me or something, but I can tell you the way that her dimples were when she smiled made me very attracted to her. The way that she laughed at my joke, the way that she listened. I like that. And I feel like you can tell when you, like every time they ask this couple about love, they ask him and she's like, she was really beautiful and she has a fat ass. And that's like, cool, that's not love. That's just you being a degenerate. For her, it's like, she can't really say anything. And then she names the most generic shit in the world. And I also feel like there has to be mutual attraction, right? Right? There's got to be some sort of mutual attraction. I feel like that needs to be a thing. She hasn't said she's anything other than money sexual. So maybe it's that. But everything else, I don't know. She's literally talked about how handsome other guys are. She has a whole pass, and she named the 5 guys, and they're all like these white dudes. Austin Butler, some other dude from that other show, maybe that other guy from that other thing. You know those guys. But she didn't name him. So she clearly thinks guys are good looking, just not her husband, which sucks, because she married him. All right.
I just like loved everything about it. So I was like, okay, like I don't want to just leave because we're going through a hard time, because I really believed in like his potential, like just like you did.
For sure.
You know, because you were a more successful.
Yeah, but Andrew Schultz is a comedian, and he believed in his potential as a comedian. You believed in his potential as a moneymaker, but not as a husband, right? Because a husband would have all the potential right now. You don't marry someone for the person they're supposed to become. You marry them for the person they are, and hopefully they grow with you. Nobody should put that pressure on someone, right? That feels a bit dumb. If I marry someone, it's because of what I see, not what I see in the future. I mean, kind of, but not what I see them becoming. You know what I mean? Let's say they're broken on the street. I don't marry them being like, one day, when I flaunt my dick in front of your face, you'll finally get a job and then realize you need to fund our lifestyle. That just seems ridiculous.
Than Akaash, like in the very beginning and stuff, and now you guys yeah, whatever. I also knew that about him, that he had like ambition and this work ethic. So I was like, okay, like so we're gonna go through this bumpy time, but I was like praying harder than I ever prayed, just that we would get out of it and like something would resolve. And I was just hoping that.
And it worked. Those prayers worked.
Yeah.
Did they? No. I mean, like, hey, you know what? He's doing so fantastically. I'm not envious, but I'm very happy for them in that regard. I don't want to take food out of other people's mouth. I just want to put food in people's mouths and other things. The point is, she stopped praying because her life was so bad, but it doesn't make sense because she was working at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs. Do you know what the Sachs in Goldman Sachs stands for? Ball sacks of gold. That's literally what it is. It's a hedge fund. They manage people's money and they grow that shit like weed. She's working there. And she's like, Akaash, please tell your fucking jokes harder so we can finally get out of this place. I feel like that doesn't make any sense to me. As someone who does comedy, I was going to say hedge fund manager, but I said hedge fund marrier because I would be like, yes, marry me, hedge fund lady. That's stable money, man. I don't know. It feels like it's the opposite way around if you're asking me.
And you haven't prayed for his balls to change? No.
I never prayed for that.
Which shows me that you might like it.
Oh.
It's like Vegemite for Australia.
Yeah, it's the acquired taste. That's fun.
The ducking the kisses. That
I'm guilty of.
Okay, so let's talk about her ducking his kisses because remember, he re-proposed to her. Let's watch this video.
I want to say to Amma, happy birthday. All of this is possible because you told me I could do anything that I wanted. And the best decision I ever made in my entire life was to marry this woman right here. Whose birthday it is in 2 weeks. And I love you so much, and the only regret that I have is that I only got to marry you once. So I want to make a little quick announcement that we're going to get married again. We're going to renew our vows in India next year. Do you girls want to come to that? Does that sound fun? And since I am renewing my vows, I think the only thing you can do is propose again.
Oh,
Jasleen Singh, will you be Jasleen Singh forever again?
yes. Oh my god.
Take that drinky thing off. That drinky dink.
Did you guys know this? Yes. Oh my god. How big is this?
Big enough for you to shut up every time I tell you.
Thank you so much. What do you say? This is so good. God, it looks so beautiful.
So he reproposes to her. He says, "Here I am, baby." And then he goes in for the kiss and she swerves him. I don't know, man. If you repropose after 10 years of marriage, surely you get a little smooch. After 10 years, what her excuse, by the way, is that she doesn't like PDA and she doesn't want to do it in front of her parents. After 10 fucking years. By the way, you do kiss someone. I don't know if they had like a super Indian wedding where they don't kiss, but I've been to one where it's both. And you still do it. So I feel like if you can do a little smooch in front of your parents, surely that would be fine if it's at a wedding on a TikTok video where you remarry someone. By the way, you say his balls stink on camera. You don't think your parents are going to see this and be like, nice to know my son-in-law's balls stink. Thanks, daughter.
I'm
These
guilty
ones
of
piss
that.
me off.
Honestly,
This is worse when Will Smith went to the red table. Objectively, this is worse. Will Smith at least had a fantastic career up until that point. The difference between Will Smith and Akaash Singh is Independence Day, Men in Black, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the first Grammy Award winner, having a successful YouTube channel, having 2 pretty cool kids, or 4 kids, one from the other marriage before Jada fucked that up. And also being an Oscar winner, if we forget about the slap, which we can't. Akaash achievements are, he made a special called Gaslight. So there it is.
Also, can I just say that I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing. Because they edited it so perfectly where like he's going in and then it just
They didn't edit that in. That's just what happened. She chose to put this all on video. This is on her TikTok. Nobody's doing sleuthing. Nobody's like, we're deep diving, going to like the deep web or something, the dark web to get Jasleen Singh trying to kiss her boyfriend, her husband, and then curving him. This is like literally on her TikTok page. She's like, yeah, fuck this shit. I mean, what do you say to that stuff? Nobody's editing, putting in anything other than what is there in front of their faces.
Do you always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew.
That's worse.
I didn't know that I did that, so I really sat and thought about it. So I think it's a few things. I think it's like...
She didn't think about it. Until this point of this podcast, she has not thought about why she has been ducking his kisses. It never occurred to her that maybe when my husband goes in for the kiss, doing this is not okay, until enough people brought it up. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? Does this not seem like a load of bukkake? I'm sorry. Does it not seem like that though? Just a load of bull. Come on.
Really sat and thought about it.
Because I was like, okay, maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing.
Oh, there we go. Back to that again. Repressed Indian girl. How many times are we gonna use that shit? This is going to be when the divorce comes out. She's like, I was just a repressed Indian girl. I never knew love, but I do know money and divorces.
Where it's like I get a little bashful. I do get a little shy, despite with the internet things.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I also...
That's not fucking true. That's not true. I don't know if I'm not most brown people, but like, nah, come on. Girl, put your lips on my lips and let's make this passion happen. All right, fine. I'm not that crazy, but damn, if it was my wife or my girlfriend or someone who's sexy, damn, man, I don't mind. What the fuck? Are we living in 2025 now, bro? They telling me you can't kiss your wife. You can't kiss your wife? My wife won't let me kiss her in public. Core. What?
Also get overstimulated because Akaash does it a lot. Like
So it is a little bit overstimulating for you.
Yeah, it like regulates him, but it kind of overstimulates me.
My husband kissing me overstimulates me. That's my excuse. My husband kisses me and it's too much for me. That's just too much pain for me. My husband gives me, I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of my face, motherfucker. My husband, the guy who I chose to spend the rest of my life with, puts his lips on my lips and I want to die. I actually wish I was in the Twin Towers if my husband puts his lips on me. What the fuck is that? A real thing that you're saying? I'm just paraphrasing.
And like the videos people have seen are like the proposal videos. They're like already overstimulating.
Okay, so here's the thing.
My husband proposes to me. I'm like, Jesus, can you stop doing this? Jesus of Nazareth, please come back and hold my husband back because he keeps, every time my husband has free will, he goes down on one knee. And I'm like, God, please make it an injury and not him trying to propose. But no, he doesn't tear his Achilles heel. He's just trying to marry me yet again. Overstimulating type beat. Wow, what problems she has.
Thing that I think is like very I think the relatable thing is not wanting to make out with your partner in front of your entire family.
Nobody even fucking said that, Andrew Schultz. This is the problem, right? When we're actually, like, to be serious for a second, not that I know, but people doing like court cases or something else, they start to sway the jury, right? Let's just say for shit's sake, the internet, us, we're the jury. We're actually making the informed decision. You have suspect A, Akaash and his wife Jasleen. Then you have, well, we would call them the defense lawyers, Andrew Schultz trying to defend his client by saying things like, I wouldn't make out with my wife either. Would you? And the answer is no. Not many people would stop making out with their partners in public, but then the question wasn't that. Nobody wants to make out with their partner in public. It's more, he's remarrying her and just wanted to kiss her. That seems like a pretty acceptable thing in any society. Doesn't matter if you're a repressed brown girl or a fucking Alaskan. It seems like that would be fine. Okay? I feel like you're rephrasing the question to make it seem like it's bigger than it is. And that is just grade A bullshit. I know this tactic and I don't like it.
Yes.
But most people just do it because they're like, oh, I don't want my partner to feel embarrassed in this moment, even though they're like, ugh.
That's not even true though, is it? Because I don't think I've ever had a moment where my partner wanted to kiss me. Not that I have one right now, but like, you know what I mean. And I was like, don't do it. Do it in private. Like, I mean, that seems weird. Imagine if she was trying to do that every time and he was like, nah, bitch. You'd be asking some questions. Why is he not reciprocating that love? No, I don't know which kind of shitty partners you have that don't want to kiss their partner. Why are you even married to them? Why you like them then? You don't have any attraction to them? What's happening there? It feels wrong, man.
Around my like brother, sisters, or mom, dad.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that is I think that's relatable to people.
So yeah, anyway, here's her curving her husband without anybody in the background. And some people might be saying, hey, that's her mom. I don't think that's her mom. And if it is her mom, she put the fucking camera there. She could have put the camera somewhere else, okay? But look at this curve.
I'm sorry. I just need 1 minute to make sure I look good. Do you think I look good, Mr. Armstrong?
She put the camera there. She starts doing the TikTok. He's like, I'm going to go in for a kiss. She hugs him. She friend-zoned her husband yet again. And I'm the crazy one. Are you serious?
Yeah.
But most people just do it and then do a quick one. Like my wife will just give me like a quick smooch and then go back to doing
something. We never saw our parents kissing ever, so it's like so foreign to us.
This is an interesting thing that a lot of.
All right, well here's my rebuttal for that real quick. On her main character podcast, she constantly talks about learning from rom-coms, which I feel like is a really weird thing to say, like learning from rom-coms. I mean, they're formulaic plots written by people who are designed to manipulate your feelings. I'm just saying, this is how movies work, dude. She says that on multiple episodes because I had the displeasure of watching all 10 of them. And she says that she learns from them and that's how she emulates herself based on that. When it comes to this, she's completely switching the narrative. She doesn't see her parents kiss, so she doesn't even know what the fuck that is. She can't even be her own person. Yet, she said that she was repressed and when she got to college, she completely was free. So when it makes sense, she uses that defense to be like, this is why I don't do it. But when it makes sense, she's like, I was repressed. This is why I do that. Are we seeing a pattern here, guys? I feel like we're seeing a pattern here.
The internet might not understand, but it's like your family, your parents were not like romantically in love at all. And would you say yours?
You could cut romantically.
You know what I mean? Were they both arranged? Were the marriages both arranged?
Yeah.
And sometimes arranged marriage, it's a freak off. They love fucking all the time.
Okay, leave it to Andrew Schultz to talk about Indian culture. Hey, my parents the same, okay? They split up when I was like 2. I've been okay in the department of ladies, and I feel like I'm a pretty decent person. I feel like I'm not repressed. I feel like I'm not depressed. I feel like I'm not oppressed. I feel like I can have a healthy relationship and actually look at what to avoid from my parents and not do the same thing. The only thing that sucks is that I don't necessarily know how to ask either of them how to keep that relationship going in the 10th, well, to be honest, the 2nd year of a relationship. But besides that, man, I'm never going to ask my dad, hey, papa, hey, papi. Hey, papi, how do you kiss? Because then they'll look at me and be like, son, stop doing the Italian accent. Also, don't ask your dad how to kiss. Stop.
Yeah.
Probably.
But they don't show us. Even kids don't see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God. Will you kiss Akaash right now?
I don't even know.
I'm actually embarrassed that I used to watch this pod. So anyway, they make this big maneuver. This was probably for the start of the video or something. They get her to bring in a little smooch and give it to Akaash, and then he curves her, and then they act like they won the NBA World Championship and dap each other up 100 times.
Bring that ass over here. Bring that ass over here.
But can I just say there's so many
tell us.
TikToks where I talk so positively about him.
Like as a couple.
There are not that many. There is one TikTok that I found where she says Akaash is a pretty good person. And then you're like, wow, this is great. And then immediately after, she brings up her co-host's husband and says he is either equal or better than Akaash.
Akaash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband. And I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
This is real. This is absolutely real. So even when she gives him a compliment, she brings him back down and gives someone else a better compliment. Crazy.
Publicly with the world, you know, and
rough.
You guys have like idiosyncrasies that are kind of different from a lot of couples.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Apparently.
Like, bruh, the orgy thing was fucking... That shit was crazy. Yeah. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy...
Yeah, okay. So they're referring to a moment in which she was talking to her co-host about her co-host's husband, Nav, and how he's a good-looking guy and she wants to have an orgy with them. She also, like, this is actually what she says. We could play the clip.
Ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Rhea, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
No, I kind of love it, but I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
You would only be down for an orgy if we did
it's thick. It's thick.
So to recap, she says his face card never declines, his body goes crazy, and he must have a 10-inch dick. Now, I gotta say, that would be crossing thy line with me. That's about wrong right there. Maybe that's just jokes. I'm sure that's just jokes. But she did say the orgy thing about 3 times on the episode, and I feel like if you keep saying the joke, it starts to get less funny and more like you have to question why you keep doing this. So I feel like that's where I was at because I did watch the whole episode. She said it at the start of the episode. She said it twice towards the end as well. So I don't know about that. But let's see what her explanation is. I think it's just humor, right?
What happened there and like what was the what was the backstory to that?
Looking back, like it's been pointed out to me and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash, not to like justify it.
No, yeah, let's justify it. Akaash must be going around saying everyone has a 10-inch dick that he just wants to get on top of and ride till the cows come home, right? I don't know if he said that, but he might as well have, because he is getting fucked in this podcast.
But just to explain, like, oh, if I say these absurd things, it's so funny because it's not who I actually am.
Right.
But I kind of forgot that, like, the internet doesn't know all these multi-dimensions of my personality, so they're just seeing this one thing.
Right.
So the orgy joke started with, like, Akaash being like, oh, Nav's really hot. Like,
hold up, pause, wait a minute. Akaash said the co-host husband was hot? He said that? I don't believe that. I don't. Hey, unless he is Akaash, in which case I totally believe that. Because if he isn't, I don't know if I'd ever randomly. That's a crazy thing. I mean, some guys do this. Maybe they're insecure. They're like, have you seen him? He's hot. He's really fucking hot, right? You'd bang him, right? Would you? Are you going to? Are you leaving me? What the fuck? I feel like maybe that's what happened. But that's crazy. That's hard to believe that she did say nothing about him. And then Akaash said, man, he's hot. And then she was like, yes, orgy. That's crazy how she went from 0 to 100, because even if I was to I'm trying to put myself in the position and be like, hey, isn't that a good looking guy? I feel like my partner would be like, yeah, nah, he is. I don't feel like my partner would be like, oh yeah, he's so good. I want to, actually, I'm leaving you. Hey, you want to have sexual intercourse right now? I don't know if that would happen. That seems like a leap, So, well, I guess she's just joking. He said another guy was hot. She was like, orgy, just jokes.
Like Akaash would show Nav's picture to his trainer or whatever, because he's really ripped or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey, cut that. But because she doesn't, and I know how innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I wasn't a virgin until I met him, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, good to know.
And if she wasn't,
I don't even think Andrew Schultz believes that. But look, can we just talk about the second where he said if she wasn't a virgin, he would be like, hey. What's wrong with that? Most normal people, I'm sorry, maybe I should rephrase that. You could be a virgin, it's completely fine. But most people feel more normal with the situation if you are or aren't a virgin. I don't think it matters. If I went on a date with someone and she said she was a virgin, I say fine. If she says she wasn't, I say fine. I don't understand where that matters, where you're like, whoa. You have slept with other people? I haven't. What is wrong with you? That's crazy to me. In modern society, it almost seems like he would have shamed her if she did sleep with people, which is literally what this whole conversation was not supposed to be. He was making fun of Myron for having multiple girlfriends or wanting multiple girlfriends. Meanwhile, he's doing the literal nice guy thing and being like, if you've even looked at another guy, I'm done. And by the way, she has said she hooked up with other guys. What is the fucking difference at that point? Just because they didn't put it in, it's completely fine. In Akaash's brain, it's so delusional. He's like, well, she's completely pure because she hasn't had sex with someone. She's done everything else but that. And that makes her completely pure. I feel like that's stupid to think that way. I really think that's just dumb. You should be okay with people having these experiences, not having these. It's fine to have the preference, but it doesn't make sense to say I want a virgin, but I'm okay with her doing everything else except that. She's pretty much done everything else minus that part. I don't know. I don't get that.
Yeah. All right, good to know.
And if she wasn't, that body count thing, I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Do you see what I mean? That's such a fucking nice guy thing to say. If she had a body count, I'd be like, nah, I can't. Everything else could have been perfect. She's still got a job at Goldman Sachs, still everything he wants. But because she has said, yes, let me have consensual relations with someone else, he's like, no. That is such a fucking petty, nice guy bullshit thing to do, where you're not okay with yourself. You're so insecure with yourself that you can't imagine your partner ever doing anything with someone else, which she did do. And she said she did it. That's lame as fuck, dude. You gotta actually be way more healthy in yourself. You gotta be more self-confident or something. That's fucked up.
But how come you can have a joke about outsourcing hand jobs and blow jobs?
But aren't you cool with the hand jobs?
Yeah.
You're cool with him just getting a hand job massage?
Totally.
Are you
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I've said that it's less work for me.
I don't.
Can you talk to our wives?
I don't believe this. Can I tell you why I don't believe this? You know the horrible decisions?
You know what the funny part is? I don't think she was joking. And they actually ask her again, and she's like, I'm dead serious. It's less work for me. What kind of wife says that, though? Right? Am I just playing around? It is cool. If your wife is like, yeah, get one, you'll enjoy it. But it's different. She's like, yeah, get one. I don't have to touch those stinky balls. That's a different, the context matters. One is like, damn, you're the coolest wife ever. The other one is like, do you even care about me? There's a different thing with not getting jealous. You're fine with them getting attention, and not getting jealous because you don't love them. There's two different things. I don't know which one that was. That feels crazy that I had to, that was there. She seemed like she was removed from him completely.
You guys were like, dude, I think your girl will be down. She keeps saying how pretty Wheezy is. And I was like, even then, I was like, no, the fuck. She's all talk. She's all bluster.
By the way, I checked who Wheezy was. It's some girl on the podcast. And Akaash is saying, like, maybe you could get her and Easy. Akaash having a threesome is probably less likely than me winning the lotto and getting struck by lightning and also getting run over by a boulder while being on an airplane at the same time in Jamaica in 1994. Come on, man. 12 Years of Simp, the Akaash story. And the comment was written by the dude who says aliens.
I also like the fact that it's just less work for you.
Yeah.
And I know your day is full of work.
So will you go ahead and dismiss this and explain yourself on the record?
I do things.
Yep, there it is. I'm sorry, I don't understand how you can go from working a hedge fund job to your biggest thing being Pilates and you still don't want to take the dog out. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, doesn't display any of the tendencies of someone who would have hard work as a pillar of their existence. She literally said on her podcast, and you can go and watch this, that she orders Uber Eats 2 times a day. One for the sauce packets of some chicken she likes and the other for the actual food. So she orders the whole chicken just for the sauce, throws the chicken away, and then eats it with the other food that she likes.
Just for dinner, what do I order Uber Eats every fucking day.
You get the Han Dynasty chicken, but you only use the sauce, and then you get the fried rice.
Wait, you only use the sauce?
She doesn't.
You don't
chicken
eat the chicken?
just gets thrown out if I don't eat it.
You can't just order like the sauce?
She tried that, and then they stopped serving it to her.
They were like, they did it a few times, and then I got in a run-in with their manager, and he was like, yeah, we don't care. And I was like, fine, I'm never going to order from this establishment again. He was like, okay. Next day, 3-cup chicken.
That's a pretty Goldman Sachs thing, actually.
Jasleen cooks, she cleans, she maintains the home on a monthly basis.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
There you go.
Not by me specifically, but yes.
Yes, and you also will find people.
You schedule, but not you.
Yes.
You schedule. Someone got to manage the
We
house.
all have cleaning people.
Yes.
Yes. I like how you call them cleaning people.
Are we not gonna, like, is this not removed from reality at all? She stays at home, doesn't do work, but she also don't clean the house and don't cook. Like, I'm not really you need to stay at home. I don't know about the trad wife thing. I'm more like how about you go to work? I'll stay and clean the house. I would be the trad dad right there. But, man, so she's not doing, I mean, damn, it's an apartment in New York. I used to live in an apartment. I could have got people to clean it because I travel a lot, but like, wow. But she don't cook either, though. That's like one of my favorite things to do. When I have time, I love cooking. Imagine having a relationship with a loving wife or husband and serving them food. It's one of the most, to me, one of the most like intimate, beautiful things you can do is cook for your partner. You're feeding them. You're giving them, like you're helping them with life. That's so pretty when you think about it. And she's like, Uber Eats, motherfucker.
That was very politically correct.
That was.
But do I not take
Who's your chef tonight? Ronald McDonald. Like, yeah, okay, dude, all right.
care of Happy like he's my son?
Of course. And I go on the road, I come back, it's clean. I don't know if you hire somebody or if that's you, but every time I come back, it's clean.
I hire someone, yeah.
Really? Tell me something. When Akaash is sick, how do you behave?
All right, so now we got her talking about him being sick because she said she takes care of him and he said she's a real sweetheart. She's amazing. Let's see if she can defend herself. I feel like they actually kicked her off the podcast at the end because they were like, you're ruining this. She got to the point where she started like telling on herself. This is her trying to justify her being nice, and she couldn't even do that.
Ooh. She's good, actually. Like,
I am good.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is horrible.
I like that. Akaash answered for her because she wasn't answering for herself. Because he knew that she was going to sit there and say some things like, this motherfucker leave tissues all over the place. Do you know how hard it is for me to tell the cleaner to pick that shit up? Pick it up yourself, Akaash.
There's an undertone of irritation after like day 2 where you can tell she's like, all right, let's...
I mean,
but she's
You
very...
get 2 days.
Okay.
You said that when Akaash is sick, you hate taking care of him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, do I like it? No. I would do it. But why would anyone like taking care of a sick person?
To answer that question, you have to understand what love means, you motherfucker. Jesus Christ, I didn't think we had to get serious, but let me try and answer that, actually. Let me get very serious with you. At the time of filming this, my grandma was in hospital, right? I stayed an extra week in a country I don't particularly love because I wanted to see her and make sure she was okay. I hate driving in rush hour, but the hospital hours are that. I stay with her, and I never once thought to myself, I don't like this. The only thing I thought to myself is, why am I not doing more? Because when you love someone, you don't ask when it ends, why am I doing this? You're there for them. Maybe some things you don't even have to explain. Maybe because love is just that. It's a bond between two people that is made over time. And ideally, in situations like this, when the other person needs you, it doesn't become a question of if, because you're always going to be there for them. I didn't think that needed to be explained, but yeah, if someone's sick and you love them, you don't ever think about when it's going to end.
That's a good point.
It's like when Akaash's birthday comes around.
Yeah.
I have to pretend that it's like so special, but
I
it's
don't
like
even ask for this.
the one day. Yeah, you do. The one day of the year that.
Drive-by shit. I don't even ask for this. Yeah, you do. Can't defend me. Can't defend me. I'm Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna cross you up, motherfucker. Damn.
I have to like be totally selfless.
Oh yeah, that I
which
want.
is really hard for me.
Yeah, Jasleen, you're doing a horrible job right now.
Can I just say something? I'm so sorry. Look, I don't like. If I had a podcast, I would have got the dudes at the back some seats. They're standing the whole fucking time while these dudes talk and laugh for a whole hour. Come on, man. Please, just get them seats. These are people. All right.
Jasleen, just when we think we've gotten you out of it.
Yeah, the damage control is crazy. She even said that she's selfish. I mean, I don't know, man. She seems like she's pretty... I don't even know if I'm mad at her. To be honest, I don't really see a big issue with her. I think her lifestyle is the way that she wants to live it. I don't... Like, it conflicts with me. We wouldn't get along because I don't like that sort of type of person. And I'm sure she doesn't like this fucking junk. So I think, that's fine. But at the same time, this dude's getting her, and then he's either trying to lie to himself or lie to us about who she is. And that's the annoying part. We have to sit here and listen to lies one way or another. We don't know who's lying and why. What's the point? She seems like she's selfish, entitled, gold digger. If she's just that, that's fine. It's just now your audience has to put up with you. Basically, Akaash was like this comedian who always talked about relationships and how you should cut someone off if they're gold digger, if they don't love you. And it seems like his career is under duress because most of the things he said are now hypocritical. People even left a comment saying, if you're buying tickets, you stop funding her lifestyle, which is genuinely what's happening because they did go to Dubai and there is a video of her shopping. I will put it up later.
These files leak.
Yeah.
The internet's set ablaze. You quickly flee to India. International borders.
Yeah.
You go to a different nation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain the impetus for this trip?
I was trying to get away from her, but she followed me.
She tracked you down.
So yeah, why did you guys go to India so immediately?
What happened there?
Unfortunately, we had planned the trip like 2 months earlier. India, Dubai with her mom, Thanksgiving with my mom. That's what whores do. They hang out with their moms.
I was committing to this bit because I thought that was the funny thing to do. But I'm not a comedian, obviously.
You're not fooling us.
Okay, so she said she was committing to the bit by going to India and Dubai. And I've seen the TikTok. It doesn't look like a bit, and if it is a bit, it's so realistic that it actually hurts. You see Akaash in the background, just like every time he's in the background, she's like moving away from him. She's like, get out my shot. And she's shopping and Miu Miu, and she's buying her bags because that's what she liked doing. And then they leave with the bags.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Dubai. I am getting a massage. Akaash is a little tired, so he's gonna go stay sleeping. I have an appointment at Chanel. And I'm gonna run around the room because I'm so excited. Come spend the day with us. This city is actually stunning and everyone here is so nice. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't put your face. I'm just taking the drink. Okay. Look, you need 2 windows to see that part. It's really fun. Oh, they have a Miu Miu. It is like, it's a little big on me. I get what he's saying, but it's not like bad.
Not good that it matches so well. It's really cute. The vanity case or wallet and chain? The better yellow is cute.
There's many stories Akaash tells about her actually buying more stuff than she should and he doesn't get anything. So I don't know how much of a joke that is or how much character it is. And I don't know, maybe I'm just not geographically inclined, but from New York to India is like 14 hours flight. Dubai seems like a pretty, I mean, I guess you can go there, but like you don't need to go there unless you want to buy a Mimi bag. You can't buy it in India, so feels like it's less of a bit. I mean, you know, how funny do you have to be to do a bit that literally makes you go to another country so you can buy a bag? Is that one of those ha-ha jokes or one of those cha-ching jokes? You know?
Some people say this is a whole PR stunt for you to sell tickets and for you to
Who is that?
gain
I
popularity.
would rather it
I
be
would
a
love
PR
if that was
stunt.
true.
Yeah.
I would love
Wait a
if
minute,
that
is
was
that
true.
a narrative?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, that now
I
you're
wish.
now
I saw
you're
a couple videos
Yeah.
of saying it's like a very strategic PR stunt.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I wish I cared that little about my wife's reputation.
Yeah.
I wish.
Same.
Yeah, but she cares that little about your reputation, dude. It's pretty much in the dirt right now. I don't think you could find too many people who are like, Akaash Singh, fuck you. I'm just saying.
Lean in. Say you're going to kiss at Radio City.
Oh, yeah. We
Kiss
will do
reveal.
that.
Kiss reveal at Radio
We
City.
sell out Radio City. We will make out hardcore.
April
18th.
18th.
Now we're talking.
April 18th.
If you sell
Radio
out Radio City, I'll sign a prenup, a postnup.
Post-nup.
Yeah.
Okay, fire. Into this. I'm into this.
He was like, we'll make out if we sell out of Radio City. And then it took her 2 seconds. She was like, let's sign a postnup, a prenup. Let's do anything but what he said, actually. I will just, let's not make out. Yeah. So she like nullified his thing. She was like, we will not make out. I'm just going to leave him. I think everybody will be happier, including me.
Have you seen any memes or content that you guys thought were funny?
Aisha chicken curry.
That was
Yes,
good.
we got to go through the funniest
objectively
one.
good. Objectively good.
Yeah.
I also like Aisha curry.
The worst thing you can do is try to make your audience look dumb. She's saying she likes Aisha Curry. Look, I don't want to get into all of these other girls. I don't really think that that's not what my channel is about. But Aisha Curry is the wife of Steph Curry, and she has said some pretty crazy things for the 4-time champion. And she's all you need to know is she's kind of like on that wavelength of Jada Pinkett Smith. That she was actually on the Red Table Talk. And for effective reasoning, we can treat Red Table Talk as like ground zero for creating crazy people sometimes. She said some things. Now she likes Aisha Curry. Now she's saying some crazy things. Someone's gonna like Jasleen, say some crazy things, perhaps. And as soon as the guys hear this, they're like, "Oh, this ain't good."
Yeah.
that tracks.
Yeah.
This is like when Tinder first came out. There was no Bumble. There was no Hinge. I met this.
So now we get on to the butthole story. That's what we call it. She has told tale of how she invited a guy back to her place and her butthole had been attacked by his finger, though. Don't worry. Let me try and break this one down for you guys. By the way, sorry, just a trigger warning. She does say like it's sort of against her will, and like I want to be respectful about this because I don't know what happened, and I'm just gonna obviously treat that as true, but also still try and figure out what's going on.
This guy on Tinder, whatever. Like we were like just feeling like the vibes, and I stupidly was like, oh, you can sleep over, but like not really wanting to hook up that much because again for me, like I was just like, okay, maybe we can make out and just like whatever and cuddle.
No. Right? You go on Tinder, just make out with him and invite him back to my place, but nothing else. That's not a very common take, is it? Because I mean, I know guys are different, so I can't really speak on this. But like, do girls, they're like, yes, I like him enough to make out with him and invite him back to my place. And he'll sleep in my bed, but we'll definitely not do anything. That seems like a crazy gray area middle ground here. Does he know that? I don't know. That's crazy. I feel like if I invite a girl over, I don't expect anything, firstly. But I don't think I would be like, yes, I would like to kiss you. And then she's like, puts her hand on my chest. I'm like, get off, leave. I didn't say you could do that, did I? Feels like a weird, like, that's sort of like kissing is part of okay. All right. I don't believe it, but all right.
But then I guess he like wanted.
Was this guy Indian?
No, he was like way
he took it very differently than, I've learned this translation.
Wait, what do you mean?
An Indian guy might understand what an Indian girl means when she says we're hooking up.
No. No. I don't know where you heard that from, but no. No. I'm not saying that this is like guys should expect something, but it just feels like something that wasn't said is what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like someone has the capacity to half think this or be like, yes, we'll just go to base 2 as a 20-something-year-old on Tinder when I damn well am in college and know the other stories about Tinder. I just don't believe it is all.
It doesn't mean we're fucked.
There's something conservative.
I think most American people
I was thrown off by her inviting him over. Because when I've been invited over, that usually means, oh, we're fucking.
No, I know.
I agree with Al Sharpton over there. And if it doesn't, that's completely fine, right? Like, we need to understand this. It's completely fine to go there, think that, and then they're like, no, I can't do this. Even in the middle of kissing, that's fine. But to go there thinking I'm going to make out with him and nothing else, is like a weird, like, she stopped halfway. And I'm just trying to understand why. I never heard of that before.
That was, again, stupid decision on my part. I was like 21. So it's like, I really just like, I don't know, like I just was making bad decisions all around. So it's like, but I was like, okay, like we'll kiss, whatever. I don't remember, honestly, I don't even remember too much, but I just remember him like trying to like sneak a finger. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But like then the next day, like it was like kind of feeling sore, but it wouldn't, like if it had been anything else, it would, that would have been a whole other story. It would have been like, it would have teared something,
Yeah.
Poor. But anyway, I hate this TMI here. She says that he stuck a finger up there. Now, look, I don't want to get too graphic about this. I've been trying to talk about this. This actually will air on my podcast that's coming out. Weird way to plug that, but we did talk about this. I'll play you a little clip here. She elaborates on the podcast and says it was she says it was a traumatic experience and it wasn't consensual, which like I want to be respectful of, but at the same time she said that basically he put a finger in her butt or something and she didn't like it. Now, all I'm saying, just like bear with me here.
I'm trying not to smile, sorry.
I don't think you'd feel I don't know if it would be like so painful that you'd wake up being like, what is this? Right?
I mean, wait.
Hold up. Let me explain why though. All right. No. I'll explain why. I know how it sounds. But like, I'm saying from the point like, you took a dump in your life.
I was just about to say that shit. A shit is bigger than your finger, bro.
Okay, we're on the same page.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's what I was saying, right?
You got fucked in the butt.
There you go. So there's that. I'm going to say what I said there. Look, how do I say it? Everybody poops. Everybody take a dump. Sometimes you get a chunk of dump. And it's bigger than this. And I know it doesn't hurt you for the whole morning. So it's just, again, hard to believe what she's saying. Because I feel like we've all taken we dropped some logs. You dropped the juice. Okay, you drop the kids off. Sometimes you have a tough day, and maybe it even hurts for a second, but not the whole day. And if it does, you need to see a doctor. So I don't believe that. That's all I'm saying.
So it was just like that.
So this was a creep pervert that was trying you. And the internet ran off with this crazy narrative of something completely different.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a creep pervert if she invited him back to his place and swiped right and then said, I'm just going to make out with you. It is really, it's horrible if he's doing that against her will. That's disgusting. But you can't make this whole story out to be like he forced himself into her house and did that. Because up until the last point, seemed pretty much consensual and stuff like that. I just don't understand how you can change the whole narrative as if she swiped left and then he was like, fuck it, I'm swiping right.
Oh, the dermatologist video.
That one pissed me off. That was outrageous and completely uncalled for.
Yeah, so tell us why you were showing your cheeks to the guy and asking if he's single.
To a single Indian doctor.
Yep, so here's another video. She was at the dermatologist's office, her ass sticking out, and she asked the dude if he was single.
It's a ring light. Dr. Trevor, what are we doing?
So Jasleen sustained a bruise through some physical activity at home. And we treat a lot of bruises here, bruises for many different reasons. And so we amassed a laser called the baby and the death.
Also, I heard you're single. Is that true?
Alright, we're gonna go back to treating. Typically, we get these types of bruises on the neck.
Wait,
we
why?
call them something else on the neck, and it's surprisingly we get a lot of patients that come in.
Now, I don't think she was asking for any other reason. I think it was just some crazy, silly stuff. Let's break it down.
Can I just give the whole lore? Okay,
Yes.
looking back, I get it. It was stupid. I was being stupid, okay? But we all make mistakes.
She's been making mistakes for 10 years now because that was her excuse. She was young, she was 21, she was making mistakes. Now she's 30-something. Apparently, the excuse does not change. Everything was developed. The hippocampus developed. Full frontal lobe developed. 25. Reach your maximum capacity. Still making mistakes every day with your cheeks out. What do I say to that?
But just to
It's
be
a good
fair.
point. Technically, we do.
Yeah, so what happened was I actually fell in Pilates class. I fell on my ass. Me and Akaash happened to have an amazing romantic weekend together.
Where? What position?
The comments are more entertaining than the actual show, to be honest. Hell yeah.
Or where? Sorry, hold on.
Just in New York City, just whatever, enjoying life. And maybe we had just gotten the rose toy too, so it was like also really fun.
What's the rose toy?
Andrew, it will change your
What's
life.
the rose
This
toy?
is inappropriate.
Is it a toy for sexual things?
Yeah.
It makes things very easy and efficient.
Whoa.
You'll never have to go down again.
But it's not penetrative.
This is Akash's like
This is my
massage parlor.
outsourcing.
Yeah.
Wait, what's it called? The Rolls toy? I don't know this shit. The what? What? Let me check. Let me ask ChatGPT. What is the Rolls toy sex toy? Question mark. Okay, well, all I know is some sort of, like they said, you don't have to go get down on it. So it's looking like that's what it is. And Akaash doesn't have to do that. I guess she likes that more than him. I don't know.
This is my outsourcing.
You are an enigma, though.
Use that one. Nothing goes inside. That's
Yeah,
good.
just that one. Yeah.
You don't,
Okay.
yeah. You don't have the
but
cigarette
you're
lighter
comfortable
attached.
sharing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then there's other things you're not.
Because I also feel like this could help girls out. You know, I'm on an SSRI, so sometimes you need like a little boost. So why not?
Yes, this is why I think that there's
get
confusion.
confused,
Because to feel comfortable talking about that, but then also not feel comfortable with certain sexual things, that's where the brain goes, I have to make up something.
I don't know. It's hard for me. I mean, I just am existing. I'm not trying to like, the only thing I try to do is just be myself.
What the fuck is that excuse? I'm just existing? Andrew actually brings up a good point. How can you not like the PDA, but you can share your sex toy in front of everyone, talk about all these things? And she's like, I don't know, I'm just existing. So when it's convenient, she completely changes her answers based on whatever the narrative is to make herself feel like she's devoid of blame. Is this really how we're going to do this whole episode? Then she can't be blamed for anything if that's the case, because she's always got an answer. If the literal explanation is I'm just existing, what can you say to that? Wow, okay.
On TikTok, but like 10 times extra.
Yeah.
And again, like not to justify,
We'll go down
but
to
I
2
feel
times.
like I've been with Akaash since I'm 22, and I feel like I've learned so much of my humor from him, my personality from watching you guys. I've hung out with so many comedians, so I'm like, oh, like be extreme, be funny, as long as you're.
So there it is. She's just existing. Plus, also, comedians say be extra, be extreme. I haven't heard one comedian be like, yes, I put this butt plug in my ass. Maybe Joe Rogan. I don't know. But, man, all right, that's crazy. It's comedian's fault. It's her fault for existing. It's her parents' fault for not kissing. It's her parents' fault for repressing her as an Indian girl. It's brown people's fault. It's the other guy's fault for trying to put his finger in. It's she blames it on age, youth, wisdom, experience, Akaash, just everything.
Actions are a good person. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I can say whatever I want.
Don't you blame
Obviously,
this
I
on
can't.
us?
No, you're right. You're right.
Blame this on us,
I'm
Jasleen.
just trying to give context.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming it on you guys.
Fair enough. Okay, so you were saying you guys had a really horny weekend with your toy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what happened was, as a joke on TikTok, I showed the bruise, like not like I didn't show my full ass cheek, but I just show a little bit. Because again, like repressed Indian girl, I'm like, oh, I can dress however I want as long as I don't actually do anything. So I'm like, okay, you know, tell me you had a good weekend with your.
Is this actually serious? She just says the word and she's like, repressed Indian girl. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Repressed Indian girl. I can do it. Damn, that's her defense. That's like OJ with a glove. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If it doesn't fit, you must take a shit. All right.
husband without telling me, showed the little bruise. Rishi, who's my dermatologist and my brother, amazing like practitioner, he was like, I've gone to him for hyperpigmentation. It really bugs me. And he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, if you don't treat this, this is going to pigment. And then he knows he's going to have to deal with me later. Like,
we don't believe you, dear Jasleen.
Please, can you get rid of this scar? So he's like, I would just treat it like ASAP or whatever. So I'm like, okay, perfect. I'll come in. And then again, me being stupid, like, because I want to go on double dates, I'm like, oh, he's single. And I'm like having like this like tongue-in-cheek thing of like kind of alluding to me and Akaash having sex, even though I actually fell in Pilates. So the whole thing was taken out of context.
Sorry, bro.
No, it was sex. I never said I had strong dick.
Why are we still here?
Well, that was a self-burn, if ever I've seen one. Here it is. He doesn't have a strong dick. Thanks. In today's episode of TMI, we got Akaash Singh saying, and I quote, I never said I had a strong dick. She was just trying to talk about her double dating thing. So apparently she asked him if she was single, like her dermatologist. And what she really meant was, are you single to double date? Which is a crazy thing to say because let's say I have a wife and then I go up to a girl and I'm like, oh my God, you are so beautiful. Are you single? And then she's like, no. And I'm like, well, not for me. For my friend, Dave. I'm married. Instead of just saying like, are you free for a double date? I know someone I could set you up with. She's just like, cool. Are you single? And people ran with it. Now, she might be for real. She might be lying. But all I know is that she did have half her cheek hanging out and people were probably looking at that. So
This
fair.
is really, if anything, affirming for me.
That's fair.
But when you're broke as fuck, you see exactly who a person really is. Like, I've seen her at her core. Good, bad, all of it. So I know who she is enough that none of these things I'm ever going to take seriously because I've seen her. We've been at the absolute bot. She's seen me at my absolute worst. So if I make these jokes, if I call her a bitch or whatever, she's like, I know this. Like,
so at the end, Akaash starts defending her as he usually does. And he says he's seen her at the bottom. He's seen what she really is. And he says something that's pretty poignant. He says, you really learn who someone is when you're at rock bottom. And I would argue that you would see who someone really is at rock bottom, but also at the top, which you're at now. And it feels like she's someone who just uses you for money because that's what's happening, right? So if your statement stands true at the bottom, why wouldn't it stand true at the top? I have a pretty great quote. Money doesn't actually change a person. It just amplifies their actions. And we know this. If you're not going to be a different person. You're just going to do the things that you couldn't do when you didn't have money. So I don't think she changed. I think she just became who she was going to be. And that's fine. Like, she's allowed to be that person. I don't have a problem with it. But it's hard to sit here and lie about that. That's all.
At our absolute worst, we still loved each other. We still stayed by each other's side. So I think that's what I didn't realize also. And I didn't think I was nearly famous enough to become a meme.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
That is beautiful. Now, with your guys' relationship, like, neither of you come from these, like, loving marriages, right? Is it cool to experience love? Is it what you think of when you see in movies?
She actually realized it faster than I did, but now I'm like, oh, that's my soulmate. So again, the jokes don't bother me. I know what's happening. And go buy I like encourage her to buy stuff early on because you
gotta cut that shit.
I know, that may be. But early on, dude, and you didn't go through this?
Chill out.
Being broke with your girl and not being able to buy her anything is so fucking emasculating.
It's not. It's not. It might make you feel sad or something, but some of like my best moments were not to do with money. And it's usually to do with experiences that are beautiful. And I can't believe that I even have to say this shit. But like, yeah, some of my favorite experiences is like going to McDonald's, getting the $1 thing, sitting by, there was this gas station and we sit and look at like the sky, or maybe go to the park or I don't know, go to the city when it was free and just walk the viaduct. I never had money. I still basically don't. I've never thought about the fact that like, oh man, I need to make sure I make this person happy through monetary ways. I always backed myself on my personality and charm and whatever else I think I had. And it you know what? It served me well. So this is kind of crazy that I'm hearing him be like, if you're broke, what are you going to do for your girl? Be funny, be nice, be sexy. I don't fucking hit the gym, dude. Do something.
Can you dispel a rumor? I heard a narrative online that you guys were together and then you took a break for like 2 years and then when you started making money, you came back. Can you dispel this?
No, we took a break for like a month or 2 months.
After I started making money, post Patreon. What an idiot.
Boy.
Who leaves when I started
He
making
had a
money?
different confidence when he was rich, right? Yeah, he was telling you to shut up more.
She literally just said, maybe because I'm Indian as a defense for every question. 100%.
No, I get 12 shut the fuck ups a year.
Oh, that's the rule?
Yeah.
That's a great deal.
I got 8 left. Happy holidays.
All right. I feel like we've done a pretty good job here.
Listen, we love you guys. I mean, obviously it sucked what happened. But I hope everybody who watches, I mean, the internet is going to do whatever the fuck the internet wants to do. But I hope if anybody actually does watch, they get a better idea of, your guys' relationship. And I hope you go moving forward, you understand how different your guys' relationship is from most people.
Most people don't rely on money to make their relationship work. That's pretty much what it is. And most people who have that, and they do that, are aware of that situation. We're in a weird situation in which he thinks that it's not that, and she's pretty much explaining that it is that, but she is staying with him. So the grand question is, Subi, why would she stay with him if she can get it somewhere else? And my answer is, look at this motherfucker. She can walk all over him. She can't do that to other people. There's your answer right there. It's like a non-entity.
Yeah.
And sometimes the reactions they have, not every reaction is, oh, they're completely off.
Right.
They're just reflecting what they would be in a relationship and going, oh, I would feel
It's
uncomfortable.
their experience and our experience is abnormal.
So this is America's Coffee. Now let's get back to the show.
Guys, listen.
Hand jobs.
Yeah. You have an absolute permission slip to do this.
Yeah, I think I do.
You know something else that's funny?
What?
Some of your wife's lip gloss is on your...
The episode ends by them actually just talking about hand jobs again and saying other things. It actually, the last thing that Akaash says is, you know how hilarious it is when you fart and then it becomes a poop and then he laughs, which is just, that's just what happens when she leaves. I can't believe that the show got worse when she left. But that's pretty much all there is to the video. Now, we've heard from Jasleen, we've heard from Akaash, we've heard from Andrew Schultz, and it's time for you to formulate your own opinion. Is this thing gonna blow over? Probably not. Like with Will Smith, he's taking L's to this day. People look at him a bit differently than they used to. He was at one time the best ever. And he's still the man, I gotta be honest, but he's also the man who actually slapped Chris Rock, which is not good. So you might be the man, Akaash, but you're going to be the man who doesn't wear the pants in your house. And it's fine to not wear the pants, but my God, I think she took your balls too. So I don't know what else to say, buddy. I feel like this was a lame attempt at damage control. And if you guys didn't actually care, then you wouldn't have said anything. The fact that you came out there, defended everything badly, and then pretend that it's gonna somehow restore a reputation is laughable at best. This podcast was genuinely a joke, and I'm sorry that we have to sit through it. I think that we elaborated on all of these points. Hopefully, if there's anything else, let me know. I feel like people are still going to dig into this until it blows over, and I don't know when that's going to be. But we do know one thing. Akaash and his wife has not proved anything different than what we know. In fact, them going on here to defend it just shows that they really don't want this to be the perception of them. And I feel like the more that they don't want that to happen, the more the internet's going to make it happen. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Thank you so much. I'm going to actually have a shower now and use this shower cap. I'll see you guys later on the next one. Hey, by the way, does pink look nice on me? I feel like this is actually good. This is a lady shirt. I just got an extra large. I think it's pretty good. All right, anyway, bye. Love you.
I'm in a submarine. It's going down just like all of your dreams. I got phenomenal cream and I do beats wavy like sea. I get it wetter than water. I might just smash on your daughter. I might just trade in the stuff for a Porsche, piping it down like a pauper.